Hello and welcome to National News Stream, bringing you the latest developments from Eritrea, Africa and around the world, keeping you informed and connected to the truth. These are today's headlines. Eritrea participates in World Cultural and Artistic Festival. Iran to enhance trade economy partnership with Uganda. Sudan's army rejects ceasefire call during Ramadan. Goma camp residents fearful as M23 rebels demand evacuation. Fear and condemnation in Gaza as Israel threatens to resume war. Iran's Khamenei urges military growth amid Trump threats. Russia rejects swapping Ukrainian territory for Kiev-held parts of Kursk. And North Korea condemns Trump's Gaza takeover plan. News in brief. Eritrea is taking part in the 38th World Cultural and Artistic Festival held in India from February 7. Organized in collaboration with India's Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Tourism, the festival features cultural troupes from 51 countries. Eritrea's Sibirit troupe presented an artistic performance celebrating the nation's traditional culture and diversity. Ambassador Alam Tahai attended the event. The event, running until February 23rd, includes cultural showcases, a bazaar and exhibitions of traditional food, artifacts and performances. With over 1 million visitors annually, it remains one of India's largest cultural events. Uganda hosted a high-level Iranian delegation led by Kozavians, Assistant Minister and Director General for Africa, for bilateral consultation. Ambassador John Leonard Magerwa represented Uganda, engaging in discussions on trade, education, health and technology. Iran reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening diplomatic and economic ties. Kozavinas emphasized Iran's willingness to invest in Uganda's energy, infrastructure and agriculture. Ambassador Magerwa underscored the historical ties between the two nations, stressing continued dialogue for mutual growth and development. The Sudanese army has rejected a ceasefire proposal by the UAE during Ramadan as military advances continue in Khartoum. The army recently took control of a key RSF stronghold in northern Khartoum, intensifying the conflict. Accusations of UAE involvement in arming the RSF persist, though the UAE denies them. The war, which began in April 2023, has killed over 28,000 people and displaced millions. Famine and humanitarian crisis worsen, with aid groups struggling to reach affected areas, especially in Darfur, where starvation looms. Residents of Bolongo camp in Goma are dismantling their shelters after M23 rebels ordered them to evacuate within 3 days. The rebels, allegedly backed by Rwanda, recently seized control of Goma, adding to the region's instability. Thousands of displaced people, many fleeing multiple conflicts, now face uncertainty. While M23 promises to reopen schools and restore water services, the humanitarian situation remains dire. Red Cross workers struggle to handle casualties, and with millions already displaced, the fear of further violence grows. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned that intense military operations in Gaza will resume if Hamas does not release captives by Saturday. Hamas, however, insists on honoring the ceasefire and accuses Israel of violations. Tensions rise as global leaders weigh in on the fragile truce. The ongoing conflict has resulted in over 61,000 Palestinian deaths, according to Gaza's Ministry of Health. With thousands still missing under rubble, humanitarian conditions continue to deteriorate, sparking widespread condemnation. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has called for enhanced military capabilities following threats from U.S. President Donald Trump regarding Iran's nuclear program. Khamenei emphasized the need for continued defense development, warning against complacency. Iran's UN representative condemned Trump's rhetoric, calling it reckless and inflammatory. Tehran warned that any aggression will lead to severe consequences, escalating tensions between the two nations. The Kremlin has dismissed proposals to exchange occupied Ukrainian territories for Russian regions seized by Kiev's forces. This decision follows increased military actions, including a recent barrage of drones and missile strikes, signaling continued hostilities. Russian officials reiterated that Ukrainian forces in Kursk would be either destroyed or expelled. As both sides remain firm, the conflict shows no sign of resolution, fueling further international concerns. North Korea has called for the U.S. to stop encroaching upon the dignity and sovereignty of the Palestinian people. North Korean state media has accused the U.S. of slaughter and robbery over President Donald Trump's proposed plan to occupy the Gaza Strip and expel its population of more than 2 million Palestinians. The White House's Gaza proposal was evidence of the U.S.'s hegemonic, invasive ambition for world dominance, it said. KCNA also called the U.S. as facious robber over the Trump administration's call to take over the Panama Canal in Greenland, as well as its decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. North Korea has been an outspoken critic of the situation in Gaza, condemning Israel for its ruthless massacre of Palestinians and calling the U.S. an accomplice to its crimes. Well, that concludes today's edition of Natna News Stream. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.